about 14 miles west of Capisterre. We're down here for a festival, Capisterre, the Festivale de Capisterre. And it's a festival that is happening, it has been happening for some time. I understand this is the third time they're bringing it back. It started sometime around 2004, 5, 6. They took a break after a few years. They tried it again, took another break, but now they're back this year, 2024, and it's really kicking off. Right now we're witnessing the parade of troops today, Saturday, 5th October. And we have a break in the procession so far because the band started a few minutes earlier, and we're not hearing them, so we're assuming that there's some sort of technical difficulties with the band. However, what we can tell you, the folklore, they are in full swing so far. We have performing right behind us. We have D-Vibes Masquerade. They've been out, and they're back in as well. So perhaps like Festivale de Capisterre. And what I'm more impressed with, really, just behind them, there's a bull troop, a very young bull troop. All the participants are actually from the St. Paul's Primary School. So it's a primary school effect. Bull troop, the name of the troop is the St. Paul's Bull Troop. A veteran bull player is really coaching them, and that is tremendous. So we have seen those two troops so far, the Vibes Masquerade and the St. Paul's Primary School. We know Grandmasters, the masters of the art. They are the ones providing the music for this afternoon. We are seeing some clown troops walking around, and we are seeing quite a bit of persons, and the streets are now being lined with spectators for the #1 troop. When it comes to carnival, when it comes to parade, community festival, otherwise, the #1 troop, the biggest troop, is the troop of spectators on this side of the road. And people get a lot of pleasure from that. Some persons would prefer to jump in and as skimpily dressed as they are in some cases. And what I note, the more expensive the costumes become, the fewer pieces of clothing are used, the skimpier the costumes are. And I can't understand it. I would have thought the skimpier the costumes, the cheaper it would be. But it's the opposite. But we're seeing persons passing, and we have here, looking at this parade, the young, the very young, the not so young, those persons a little above and a little below that, even babies. We've seen pregnant ladies here on the side of the road, babies in strollers, and everybody is out. We've seen persons from St. Paul's and persons from the wider federation, because if there's one thing about us with Kittitians, we love music. And no matter where it is being played, we're going to be there. We love parades. And that is a good thing, because persons from the Sandy Point, the Keon, the Bastille, wherever, the Lodge, the Mansion, the Phillipses, they all come out to support these activities, and that is a good thing. Festivale de Capisterre, it has been around. However, from our records, the first community festival in St. Kitts and Nevis was actually the Buy Local Festival from out of Sandy Point. That started sometime back in 1971, I think it was. So that is really the oldest festival, the first community festival, and it is even older than Culturama. But it's just that they've been starting and stopping, but they have been up again going this year. And since then, we have had quite a few festivals coming and going. It's not really easy to run a festival. It's very expensive, and sponsorship, participation, that's another key element. And you're not missing any action, because even the folklore, they have taken a break, and as we look across, we see the Grandmasters, they're coming around. There, for those of you who know St. Paul's, they're coming down the street by the St. Paul's Primary School. They're now on the main road, and they are something about half a mile from us. And they're going to be coming up in the meantime, jamming music when they get everything organized. But the spectators, they continue to come from wherever they're coming from, just to be part of this action. And the band, we're expecting the band to be striking up any moment now, and we're expecting to hear soca, sweet soca coming up. And we're getting ready for Sugar Mass as well. So this is a prep, and we are actually having 3 community festivals, one behind the other, because our records are telling us. It's Festivale de St. Peter's Fest, I think it is. They are having their opening ceremony sometime shortly. And just behind them, we're going to be having Guy Fest. St. Peter's Fest, they are up in the St. Peter's community. one of the community where in the constituency of the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Drew, and he's actually living in St. Peter's. So I expect that festival to be a banger. Guy Fest, that is in constituency for the Old Road region, and that is the constituency of the Honorable Samuel Duggins, the Minister of Creative Economy. So we also expect that to be a bang. But just behind them, we have, perhaps they came last year, they may be coming back this year, Village-A-Rama. And that is in the village area where the Honorable Conwys Douglas, he is the representative. So from now we have perhaps 2, 3, 4 festivals coming up, leading up to Carnival. And it is setting the pace for Sugar Mass this year. And we have with us the Vibes Masquerade. And 2 of the key players are Elbow, a key folklorist, and Sports. Sports, arguably one of the best kettle drummers here in the Federation. And he was the Grand Marshal for Sugar Mass year before last. That is 2022. And we have with him his brother, Elbow, who is arguably one of the best masquerade dancers in the Federation. And Elbow is also one of the best clown dancers, we understand. And we are going to tune in to listen them a while as they entertain us. the Grandmasters, they are down by the Sandy Point the St. Paul's Primary School. They are not playing, but the concern is about the light, which is diminishing. We're heading towards the shorter part of the year. It's now about 5 minutes to 6, and the Masters of the Art and the other troops, the other folklore troops, we know there's at least a clown troop. We haven't seen them as yet. And just behind the Vibes Masquerade, we have the St. Paul's Bull Troop, a troop of primary schools. And the dance that they're actually doing, it's they just completed one of the 6 dances of the masquerades. Normally they start their performance with what we call the quadrille, and that is followed up by the fine. And we also have generally the 3 performances that happen. If they are on a gig, perhaps an opening ceremony or show, they'll do those 3 most times. The quadrille followed by the fine, and the dance that sends everybody wild is the wild mass. But there are 3 other dances. There's the waltz that they just did. There's also what you call the jig, and here we have the bailola. They're getting into the bailola, and it shows the dexterity of the masquerade, a combination of African and European dances. Those are the dances of the masquerades, be they what troop. I know that this troop has been practicing because there's always a masquerade competition as part of Sugar Mass. Valence Masquerade, they are the defending champions. We have Huggins Masquerade, they have won the masquerade competition about 3 times successively. The only troop to have done that so far. Valence Masquerade, they're a troop that have been around quite a long time and part of the veterans of masquerade, one of the old-time dancers, Valence Francis, and he has been a Grand Marshal for Sugar Mass as well. But where we have the Vibes, which is the newest masquerade we have here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and they're just one of the 5, 6, 7 that will be performing. And we have the clowns, we're not seeing them as yet, they're further down. And also the bull, there's normally a bull competition as part of Sugar Mass. But this is not Sugar Mass, this is all about Festivale de Capisterre, the parade of troops today happening live and direct. And we're coming to you live streaming on ZIZ from St. Paul's. And it's about 14 miles west of Bastille, just about 4 miles west of St. Paul's. And this is the area where the first Premier of the Federation, the Right Excellency Robert Llewellyn Batra, our first national hero, that is where he's from. And here is where the second Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzil Ducklow, he is also from St. Paul. So they have produced 2 national leaders. It so happens, SL Horsford St. Paul's Football Club, they are the reigning football champions in the Federation, having just won the National Football Championship just a few weeks ago. So St. Paul's, a very sporting community, a very cultural community, as we are seeing being displayed here. And they're going to be getting into the wild mass, so we're going to go and take them. We haven't seen anything from Grandmasters, who are still down the road. They are not playing. Perhaps there's some technical difficulty. We can see them on the main road. They're about a half a mile down, but they are not performing. They are at a standstill. They have been for a few moments, and we are still concerned that the light, it is dipping. We are in the shorter days for the year. As we get closer to December, we have what happens because, yes, though there are street lights, the lighting may not be enough to facilitate our live streaming here on ZIZ. And we are coming to you live on location here in St. Paul's for Festivale de Capisterre. They have come back this year. They started around 2004, 5, 6 when they initially held the festival. And the Capisterre, it covers the region from Newton Ground, which is about 3 miles to the east of here. And it goes all around, including Deep Bay, Parsons Ground, and Harris's. It covers that region, the Capisterre region of St. Kitts. And this is where the French would have occupied. And hence, as you have guessed it, Capisterre, that is a French word. Our history tells us. So Thomas Warner and the English would have occupied the central part of the island. The French would have occupied the both ends of the island, Bastille, the French for lowland, and Capisterre. And again, we are seeing the Da Vibes Masquerade, And I can tell you, interestingly, the Vibes Masquerade, and I can tell you, the manager of the Vibes Masquerade, I would have never ever guessed. A former national footballer. He's known more popularly by Ka, but his full name is Kareem Mitchum. Played for Newtown, played for quite a few teams, a very, very, very powerful defender. I had the chance to manage the St. Kitts and Nevis national senior men's football team when he was a defender. He came out of the Washington Archibald High School, where they broke onto the scenes and they made it to the finals. They didn't win. However, they lost and they broke up after that year. All the communities decided we want our players, the Newtowns, the village, etc. And that was the end of Washington Archibald High School. I believe if they were in it for another year, they would have won it. And again, we are looking at the Vibes Masquerade and the Kettle Drum Sports. He was a Grand Marshal for Sugar Mass in 2022. He's acclaimed to be the best kettle drum player we have in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And his brother, Elbow. And if we could get a quick word in with Elbow. Good afternoon, Elbow. How are you, sir?
We're fine. Giving thanks, Giving thanks.
And for the public, what is the name of your troop?
My name of the troop is the Vibes Masquerade Troop.
Tell us a little about you yourself.
Well, I come from way back downtown, Since 1975, I've been playing this sport. And this thing is in me from since I'm small. And I play with people like John, Theo, my brother, Clinton, Mackie, that passed away. And it was great. And I like to carry on this thing for many more years to come because I still got the strength and the ability to dance this masquerade.
The Vibes haven't been around for a little while, but they're coming back in this year. What actually encouraged you guys, motivated the Vibes Masquerade to regroup and come back for this year?
Well, after we formed the Vibe, we know that we can do it, because we have veteran in the business. And we went to Anguilla for Carnival, and we mashed up Anguilla. And now we come back to take back what we won.
Did your troop ever win the national masquerade competition?
Well, not the Voice win it once, but my masquerade troop will still win it 4 times.
And the Vibes won it, but you were not able to defend it because you didn't compete the following Sugar Mass.
Well, we compete last year, Last year we compete on only one champion they had. They ain't get nobody else but just one position. Because a lot of us never went in, so the only 3 troop went in, so they said only one prize they're going to give.
What can the spectators and your fans expect of the Vibe Masquerade for this Sugar Mass?
Well, for the Sugar Mass, we're coming back with vengeance because the Vibe ain't easy. We got the best drummer, the best fifer, and we got the best professional dancer. And all we got to do is just put it together, and we know that we're going to win the champion.
And we notice you have one young lady as part of your troop. Tell us about her.
Well, she's a lady long time, used to be around with Sil, but somehow she never want to dance with Sil. And from the time we the vibe, she used to the rules and the dance of the masquerade.
Well, we thank you, Elbow, for speaking with us, and we wish your troop, the Vibes Masquerade, all the best, not only for Sugar Mass, but also for the masquerade competition.
Okay, and I want to Paul veteran. I know how you're coming back with this festival, and I know you are gonna make it the #1. So we are here. Big up.
Thank you very much, Elbow, one of the top, and I dare say the #1 masquerade dancers we have here in the Federation. We have here live on location, the Vibes Masquerade. They are performing. And as we can see, there's a young masquerade dancing. And masquerades come from any age. Some of these guys have been dancing from since they're 3, they're 4, they're 5. And some of them have been dancing for the last 30, 45, 50 years even. And we are going to, as they're going past us, we are expecting the St. Paul's Bull Troop, which is a primary school troop, to be coming up. And they are taking a rest because obviously they are youngsters. As we look at this masquerader, would you mind doing an interview with us, my dear? And she's doing some masquerade steps, looking quite pretty indeed. Hi, hello. Do you want to say hello on the mic? Perhaps she's a little shy, but she's having fun nonetheless. And as it gets a little darker, it seems like this is when the spectators, they are actually coming out to look at what is happening. So you still have time wherever you are to come down to St. Paul's. And no doubt after this parade of troops, there is going to be a jam session. We are seeing quite a few clowns, persons dressed in clown suits. And I must say that the traditional clown troupe that has evolved, because it is a one-piece suit, but now we are seeing half of a one-piece. A lot of clowns have been tying the sleeves, the upper part around their waist, but now we're just seeing the pants with a cape, a skirt. What would have been a cape up top is dropped down and it's now a skirt. So you have a half of a clown suit, and that is becoming extremely popular. As we look at the St. Paul's Bull Troop, and they're going to be performing here for us. And we take you live to the St. Paul's Bull Troop. Some youngsters from the St. Paul's Primary School. don't know how that's working. And I must these youngsters here this evening for bringing all from primary to St. Paul's Primary School. But the main man behind it is Jules out of St. Paul's. And we're going to go back. Bertram, still out of St. Paul's. How long have you been doing this?
5 years. Well, me 60.
Why bowl? Why not?
Well, noise and you know what I mean, long time me tube no play and I get back together again and
State, which is 1 mile or so east direction. You have a rich tradition of the bull here, and I know you have been performing with some senior bull troop, but you're now with the little ones. Why the little ones?
well, what happened now? If you said people means and everything over, we still gonna meet together and practice them still.
Could we look forward to seeing you part of the bull competition that might be happening for Sugar Mass this year? Mr. Bertram, leader, one of the foremost bull coaches here in the Federation of St. Kitts. He has been playing this thing and he won't let it go. And he's 60. He looks like he's in his 30s, 40s if you ask me. And he's playing for 45. That's before a lot of us born, boy. Congratulations to you and your coach. And wishes for Sugar Man. The Festival de Capisterre's parade of troops has been happening. We say has been happening because we've seen some troops. We've seen the Vibes Masquerade and we've seen the St. Paul's Primary School boat troop, and we've been seeing some clowns walking around in their costumes. We've also seen some persons from a parade troop, a fantasy troop as it were. However, what we can tell you, the band, we've heard the band all afternoon. The parade started up in the north, that is, and they worked their way around by the old playing field, coming around and came down the road by the St. Paul's Primary School. They came onto the main road. However, since they came onto the main road, they haven't moved because we understand there's a situation with the generator. So we haven't been hearing the band for some 45 minutes, about an hour now. And we also have not been seeing any movements. And it's getting pretty dark. The light is fading. We may have to end this stream just now, not only for the lighting, but the fact that nothing seems to be happening with the parade. The crowd, there was a tremendous buildup of the crowd. However, it seems to be dispersing a bit. Some persons, they're probably going to another location, they're going home. And we've seen quite a good-sized crowd here from our vantage point. It's a little unfortunate we didn't have the full coverage. We didn't get the full coverage of the parade because of the band. But this is all part of the dynamics of it. The organizers, they put a lot into these community festivals. These are very expensive. But that fella Murphy, he seems to reside a lot with these festivals. It is said, according to Murphy's Law, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. But I know somebody, a former chairman of Mills, who said he amended Murphy's Law by adding on a piece. He said, whatever can go wrong will go wrong at the most inconvenient time. And what time more inconvenience than when Capisterre is having their parade? Their program ends tomorrow, the 6th. And one thing we could tell you, we have another community festival starting just around in the next few days, and that is the St. Peter's Fest up in the St. Peter's region. And sometime at the end of this month, earlier, we are going to have the Guy Fest in the Old Road region, and they have been celebrating Guy Fawkes Night for forever. So they're coming on, and behind them, we are also expecting the Villagerama coming. But as it is, we are going to be signing off here from St. Paul's because it seems like nothing else may very well be happening. They may get a generator sorted out, and if they do, they may continue, but it's unlikely that ZIZ will be here. And it has been our pleasure bringing live streaming to you for Festival de Capisterre's Parade of Troop. I am Troy Biff Mills, along with the other technicians, AJ, Miguel, Anthony, David. We say thank you for joining us, and we look forward for our next event where we'll bring the action live and lively to you. So signing off now from St. Paul's in the Festival de Capisterre. I'm Troy Biff Mills. Have a good weekend. Have a good night. Thank you for viewing us.